Well, welcome to the Packers family. I am Damon.
I'm Christian.
And I'm Luke.
And today we will be discussing our picks for this super wild card weekend slate of games. Along the way, we're going to be doing our analysis of each ones. And so let's get into it. Raiders at Bengals, I believe, is the first game up. We're going to do the AFC first. Listen, like the Raiders, they've been through the gauntlet this year. All the junk they had to go through. I mean, we just have a whole nother video going over everything they went through. So they've been hardened. They're toughened. You know, they seem like they have a decent running game. Derek Carr has been pretty consistent. The defense is okay. But you compare them to the Bengals, who have a great offense. I just don't see them being able to score enough to keep up with the Bengals. Jamar Chase, I can't say enough about him. And Joe Burrow, like who knew? I remember like back in the off season or the draft, me and Christian were talking about how that offensive line needed so much help, and yet they went and drafted Jamar Chase, and how that was a mistake. And well,
we're wrong.
We were wrong.
Not a mistake.
So for me, I'm going to pick the Bengals in this one. Probably a lot closer than a lot of people would expect, but I'm going Bengals.
I got Joe Burrow. He's one of my favorite players right now, hands down. He's got a great running game with Joe Mixon in the backfield. They've got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, their tight end. I forgot what his name is, like Ozama or something like that.
Yeah, Ozama.
Yep.
And I actually see them kind of pulling away in this game. A couple touchdown lead.
Really?
Yeah. I think the defense has enough to stop the Raiders.
Yeah, for me, this game's interesting. The Raiders coming off their marathon of a game against the Chargers. That wild, nearly 70-minute bout against them on Sunday night. And yeah, they got Waller back that night, which will be key to their offense for this game. And they got Hunter Renfrow, the target monster the past couple months
You're not wrong.
to take the place of Waller's targets there. But the Bengals, as you guys have said, their offense is coming alive. They're getting hot at the right time. They had some good wins the past few weeks to clinch up the North, even though one was against the Chiefs. But that's why you play the games. And for me, I'm going to go with the Bengals in this one. And we'll make it a sweep.
Comeback player of the year.
Oh, Joe Burrow? Yeah, he did have that bad injury and stuff.
That's where it's surprising. You know,
I never even thought about him being comeback player of the year, but you're right.
Yeah, I kind of forgot he was injured.
Yeah, like, man. Huh. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I can't think of really anybody else.
Debo,
man. Joe Burrow.
Quarterback's like that.
The quarterback's where it's at. The next AFC game in the lineup is Patriots at Bills. Now you look at this game, they played each other twice already. The Patriots took a W at first, and then the Bills came and took the next one. This game for me is really a coin flip. Look at the Patriots. You know, they're always going to have a tough defense. They're always going to have a great running game. They're always going to have the quick passing game going on, especially with Mac Jones. Mac Jones is probably definitely the best quarterback so far anyway to come out of this past year's draft. And then I look at the Bills. My goodness, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. You know, the running game's finally coming wrong there. You know, Cole Beasley to a certain extent. You know, like that offense.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, how did I forget Emmanuel Sanders? Like
really good receiving core too.
That offense can be super good. Their defense is right up there. The problem with the defense is their running game. And how did the Patriots attack them the first two times? Through the run.
Damien Harris.
That's right.
Yeah, 3 total passes all game.
The first game, I was watching the Manning cast.
Like 3, wasn't it? Something.
I was watching the Manning cast on that one, and they were so bored. It was awesome.
Oh, crazy wins in the first game.
Like, what are you going to do but run it? And Josh Allen couldn't get going in that atmosphere. Then you look at the second game, even though the Patriots still had success in the run, the Bills were able to put up a ton of points against them too because of that high-flying offense that Bills have. But then I go and I look at the leadership and the experience and stuff, and I look at the Patriots. They've been there. They've done that. They have the coaching staff that's been there, that done that. They're not going to lose twice to the same team in one season. They are division opponents. They don't like each other. And I look at Bill Belichick as the X factor in this whole thing. I know he's not a player or anything, but he's going to be able to know what needs to be done to beat the Bills. He's not going to let them beat them the third time. Or second time, I should say. So for me, I'm going to go Patriots here.
I'm going Bills Mafia, smash some tables. I think the X factor there is definitely Josh Allen. If he comes out and plays good, game over.
And Josh Allen is extremely tough. Like, if anybody can handle some of the Bill Belichick schemes to kind of hit hard and stuff, it's going to be Josh Allen. I think about that play. I don't know if it actually ended up being a touchdown or not, but he was literally stiff-arming some dude while throwing a pass into the end zone against the Jets. They're just a tough team. Look at Stephon Diggs. He caught like a 6-yard little out pass, and he literally stiff-armed some dude into the Jets sideline, and all the Jets sideline just stayed back. Like, they just didn't want to mess with him at all. Like, Stephon Diggs is tough. That kind of shows you how tough the Bills are, and that's the reason why I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills won. I just can't pick against Bill Belichick.
Another thing is, you say experience. Well, the Bills went there last year. They made it all the way to the AFC Championship, so they have just as much experience now too.
That's fair.
So,
from a player's point, the Packers don't have all the players that they had when Brady was there. But for me, this matchup, the rubber match between these two, as you guys have said, that first game, Patriots leaned on their identity of running and defense, and that didn't work out. The second game, the weather was more beneficial for Allen and company.
Yeah.
And so this time around, it'll be interesting to see how Josh Allen performed as his second postseason. He struggled a bit last year in the Ravens and Chiefs games last postseason, but this time get some experience under his belt. I think he'll be able to handle himself well. I think their offense with him and Diggs, and they'll be able to do enough. And on offense, while their defense handles Mac Jones and company, and the Bills get the victory and move on.
And like I said, I go either way. Definitely, I can see the Bills being the better team. I had the same mistake earlier this year, by the way, when I chose the Patriots to win. I don't remember who it was against. I'm like, I just can't root against Bill Belichick, and it cost me. So
I just don't trust our rookie quarterback. That's my biggest deal.
Cold. The high in Buffalo, New York on Saturday is going to be 10 degrees with a low of 1.
All right, well, it's a chilly Billy then.
But the next AFC game that'll be played will be on Sunday. All right, Sunday night football, that is. But who would have guessed that the Steelers would have been in it? But really, looking at the Steelers, are they as good as the Chiefs?
Yeah, no.
Wait a minute, what? Probably not. But if the Steelers want to come in here and I would say steal a win, they're gonna have to do it through their defense, specifically their top 4, and more specifically TJ Watt. He's gonna have to go on there, disrupt Patrick Mahomes' rhythm, because I would even argue this season Patrick Mahomes had to be more of a rhythm passer more than prior years, just because of how defenses have been playing him. So if they want to be able to come away with a win here, it's going to have to be through TJ Watt stepping up and getting some more sacks and pressures on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's the only way they win. The Steelers.
By the way, I'm choosing the Chiefs to win.
Yeah. The only way the Steelers win this game is defense, because they're not going to put up points to match Patrick Mahomes, I can tell you that much. And if they do, well,
they get the W at that point.
I don't see it being a shootout by any mile. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't see the Steelers being able to get in a shootout. Their offense is based around Najee. I don't think Ben has much left in that arm of his. And
old noodle arm.
That's on the baked tater.
Yeah, five of these 6 playoff games are rematches from the regular season. 2 of them being divisional rematches, but this one, it was one of them from week 16. The Chiefs won 36-10. I don't see it being that wide of a gap, but I think the Chiefs do win fairly comfortably. They got Mahomes, so they have the advantage, in my opinion. They've adjusted pretty well to the taking what the defenses have been giving them. They've been playing cover 2 all year, playing their safeties real deep, and they've been able to adjust, get the ball out, and get it to Kelsey and Hill. And I just think that continues. And a running game, whoever's back there, we have some injuries with Darrell and CEH. We'll see if McKinnon or Gore can step up and
I like that Gore kid,
because that our running game has improved this year. It's nice when you have Tooney and our O-line, a couple rookies in there. Upgraded that. So yeah, I think we'll be able to get the victory on Sunday Night Football.
I think so too.
I
Absolutely.
did pick the Chiefs to win, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever said that,
But those are our AFC picks. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with us on our AFC side of things? I feel like we probably, I almost said we went almost chalk, but I don't know. I feel like it could go any way. Love wild card weekends. One of my favorite weekends of the NFL season, because you got the teams in the playoffs and they're good teams. We're finally not having those teams where you just look at the teams, you're like,
where I literally, when it was like the Falcons and Jets playing, it's like, who come up with this game?
like, you literally put it crap versus crap.
Yeah.
Just like,
doesn't make better crap.
No. So, but let us know what you think in the comments below, and go Pack Go.
Go!